everybody. I actually just recently got sick, so my voice is kind of giving out on me. So I apologize if that happens. Anyway, I'm here to review Ghost Rider 2 Spirit of Vengeance. I know it's not technically called Ghost Rider 2, but that's what I like to call it. I hate reboots. I hate reboots so much. And the one thing I hate more than reboots is sequels that aren't sure if they're a reboot. And that's what this is. Everything about this movie was going against it from the beginning. Originally, the original film wasn't that great to begin with. I don't even really remember a lot about it. I remember some of the action sequences standing out. Had some good visuals for the time. I don't know if they hold up or not. I thought the action was fine, and the special effects were, just in general, I thought really good. I liked also it has sort of like this comic book colorful atmosphere. I wish more comic book movies would really use that, but in terms of story, it sucked. I thought it was really awkwardly paced. The acting was bad, but not in a good way. It was in a really bland way. And the humor was pretty lame, too. So they decided that finally they're going to make a sequel, even though I don't think the first one made that much money. But they cut the budget not quite in half. I think the first film cost $125 million, and this one cost $75 million. Usually budgets don't go down that much, and I think when they do, that is definitely a warning sign. But for me, what was really going against this movie the most was I hate the fucking directors. Now, I have not seen Crank or Crank 2, which is weird. You'd think I would have seen those immediately, but I just never got around to it. And those are supposed to be their best films, but Gamer was such a bad experience that I just couldn't bring myself to watch any of their other works. I hated that movie so much. And that's the type of movie I think I'd usually like. I like Death Race, and that's practically the same movie, except better. I don't know, everything about that movie pissed me off. I hate how it was shot. I hate how it was edited. I didn't even like the acting, even though I like the actors. Gerard Butler is trying too hard to be Jason Statham and is really boring at it. Anthony Hall, is that his name? Dexter, I can't remember what his real name is. He overacts like mad crazy. He actually does steal the show pretty much. And I will say this, even though it pissed me off at the time, in retrospect, I think I would have enjoyed him a lot more now. Because at least he's having fun with the role. And then Terry Crews, I just could not take seriously. I kept expecting him to say McCheesy or something stupid. And it never happened. But I couldn't shrug off his more comedic image. I hated that movie so much. It made me nauseous to sit through. I've never rated a movie 0 stars that I've actually seen in the theaters. I usually give ratings like that, which is still very rare, to the shit that you never hear of. But I was furious with that movie, even though I was probably too harsh. So obviously I have no hopes for this movie because of its directors, even though a lot of people do like these directors. And what else was there? The trailers, I thought the first one was actually pretty cool looking, but the second one made the action seem way too incomprehensible. But so that sort of just canceled itself out. And then the reviews. Holy shit, this movie got ripped apart by the critics. I have yet to see one person like this movie. Now, I haven't seen everybody's review on it. I haven't read Arrow in the Head's review. I haven't watched the Cinema Snob's review or any of the other That Got the Glasses people's reviews. I only saw, I don't know, I can't even remember their names, but a lot of International Movie Database reviews and stuff like that, and Rotten Tomatoes, and everybody just seemed to hate the fuck out of this movie. Well, I've seen it, and it's not bad, and this is another case where I'm probably going to be alone. It's a 2-star movie, but I embrace it in its 2-star glory. Alright, first off, let me say this. It is a bad movie, but it is also, I think, really entertaining. I had at least a lot of fun with it. The plot is shit. It's just a lot of explaining shit that we already know. It's very predictable. There's no character development, or the attempts at character development really fall flat on its face. The script often forgets its own logic. Like, early on in the movie, Ghost Rider gets blasted by some big-ass gun. I don't remember what it was. Maybe a rocket launcher. I don't remember. It causes the car to blow up. and he's so injured that he feels it in the next day, and he's doping up on all these painkillers and stuff like that. And they make a big deal of it. But later on, he gets shot with a freaking missile, and he just shrugs off. Nothing happens there. I kept wondering, am I missing something? I can't tell. But that was a bit of a hole, or at least a continuity error. It forgets the logic that the first film established, and that's why I think it's at least partially a reboot, not a sequel. For one, they replace Peter Fonda with Ciarán Hinds in the flashbacks of when he signs the contract. I don't know why they did it. I hate it when movies try to rewrite its predecessor. Like Incredible Hulk could have easily been a sequel, and if it weren't for one scene that completely rewrites the previous one. And same with Punisher Warzone. Did the exact same shit. I hate it when movies do that. But, like in the first film, he says that he's going to use the curse against the devil. Apparently that was just running away and hiding in Europe somewhere. And it's very predictable. You know pretty much everything that's going to happen. And there's a lot of filler, too, in terms of its action scenes. Like, there's one sequence where the kid who gets captured causes the truck to crash, and the villains chase him for a while, and I'm wondering, why was that there? I'm not interested in this kid at all. But where the movie, I think, disappointed me the most was its action scenes. I thought they weren't bad. The special effects aren't bad, and the action isn't bad, but I just don't remember any of it. It was just so unremarkable that the only parts that I could honestly remember are the scenes that I saw in the trailer. So when he's spitting out bullets, or when he's pissing fire, or when he uses his chain to slam the guy into the earth. Those are the only action scenes that I can really remember. Oh, well, there's one really interesting one where Christopher Lambert confronts the main villain. For some reason, I'm remembering that, but that's probably because it's Christopher Lambert, and Christopher Lambert is fucking awesome. No, it's getting all dry. But where this movie succeeds is I think it is really fucking funny. I laughed a lot, and it's not just at the unintentional humor. I thought there are a lot of genuinely good lines, a lot of good throwaway jokes or cut-to scenes. Whatever they were, I was laughing. Whenever this movie tried to be funny, I thought it was funny. And the acting is bad, but in a fun way. Nicolas Cage, when he's doped up on all those painkillers and is trying to resist the urge to become the Ghost Rider, oh my god, that's like Wicker Man awesome there. It's just so over-the-top awful that you can't help but love it. I mean, it's classic Nicolas Cage right there. And then all the actors do have a lot of fun with their roles. Even though Christopher Lambert's pretty underused, it's still awesome to see him again. The main bad guy, not Ciarán Hinds, there's just something off about him in terms of his acting from the beginning, but it works. He's a lot of fun to watch. And Ciarán Hinds, of course, I was surprised at how much he hammed it up, because I'm used to seeing him in his more, low-key and serious role. Speaking of which, is it just me? Is he appearing in everything lately? Or at least I've been seeing him in everything lately. But he has a lot of fun too, and they're all fun to watch. Even the disposable love interest and the kid. Well, the kid not so much, but he wasn't bad. He just wasn't that good, I thought. But or at least he didn't stand out, which is probably for the best. But I was surprised at how funny this movie was. I was expecting an awesome, or at least a passable action film, and instead got a pretty good comedy. I mean, how does that work? And it's complete opposite from the first film too, because the first film I thought the action was good but the comedy sucked, and this one I think the comedy was good but the action sucked. And so that's weird. I haven't had this kind of experience since that Green Hornet movie, which I was expecting an action movie there, but instead got a pretty subpar comedy. But this one, its bad points I thought were really bad, but its good points were really good. So for me, it was just really uneven. But I think as time goes on, I will probably embrace the good parts a lot more, because I was surprised at how clever this film was in terms of its jokes. And I wasn't expecting that at all. So that's my review. If you want to read my written review, just check the link in my description. I have a new website, but I'm going to make an official announcement there on Thursday, but I'll leave that link in the description too. I did a written review of Tremors, so awesome movie, by the way. So that's that. I'll see you guys later.